My name is Michael Dana. In 2008, I was diagnosed with a rare brain cancer, and after 6 years, I was cancer free. But the ordeal left me changed, with a different outlook on life and a new sense of priorities. While still recovering, I earned a degree in economics from UNC Chapel Hill. My studies taught me to analyze data and open my mind to see things differently. I also started formal training in the martial arts to better defend myself and use it as a means of extreme physical therapy. Since then, I've obtained black belts in 3 martial arts. I own and run a martial arts school and have logged over 51 teaching hours. To my friends and family, I'm a simple business owner. But to the martial arts world, I'm something else. I am Sifu Mike, and this is Dragon Theory.
Hey guys, how's it going? So, I'm going to talk to you about knowing yourself. Man, if you know yourself and you know your enemy, then winning is a result. Okay, that's the 5th century art of war right there. So, it is very important, okay, because you don't have to work very hard to win if you know everything that you're going to do in every situation, everything your opponent is going to do in every situation, okay? Knowing is important, alright? And this video is all going to be about knowing yourself. Alright, because that is important as far as being able to teach it, okay? There's ancient Greek philosopher by the name of Socrates. Some people call him Socrates, but whatever, he thought it was ridiculous for anybody to try to understand any kind of concept if they didn't first understand themselves, right? And if you take that to another metaphor, if you will, it's very hard to go somewhere if you don't know where you're at first, okay? That's like the first thing they tell you when you get lost in the woods is figure out which direction is north and go from there, okay? Even sailors on ships, they would be like, use the stars to figure out which direction was which so that they knew where they were going so they wouldn't get lost in the ocean, okay? The thing is, and it's very unfortunate, there's a lot of martial arts schools that are just like that, man. They're lost and ridiculous, okay? Because they don't know who they are and why they're doing what they're doing, right? And so it's extremely important to know that. I believe that everything was created for a reason, right? Everything was made to fit nicely into one little box, all right? All things work, just not all things work everywhere, right? It has its own little context, own little box, and it works very well in that. And knowing that box is extremely important, because if you don't, and this happens all the time, it's like trying to cram a square peg into a round hole. And people get super frustrated about that when it doesn't work, and so they throw it out and like, oh man, this is bad. It's like, no, you're just using it in the wrong way, right? So you have to know what is, or what fits where, and how it fits, and what it was designed for, right? If you do that, it's going to be so much better for you in life. Now, the way I view things, I look at martial arts, I see it as really there are 2 different kinds of martial arts, okay? There's the how martial arts, and there's the what ifs, alright? The hypothetical martial arts. And it's based on the situation, alright? In the how martial arts, typically they have one thing. They're one single martial art, and normally it's like one context, and there's a organized sport involved with it, alright? That is, you learn this thing. And so what I mean by how martial arts is that when you learn a technique, they're like, okay, this is how you do it here, right? Everybody does it this way. This is how you're supposed to do it. This is what you're going to be doing in this tournament. This is situation. Everybody does things the same, right? They're how martial arts. Now, the other martial arts, what I call the what ifs, are typically going to be your mixed martial arts, okay? They all started off as house, but they came across a question that their martial art didn't have the answer for. You can think of like the different techniques in a martial art as being the different answers to questions, okay? And so what they did is they just had a question that the martial art didn't have an answer to. So they're like, oh, well, these guys, they answered that question. I'm going to pull that answer from them and add it to my own. So theoretically, the more mixed a mixed martial art is, the more questions they can answer, because it's trying to like cover the basis of everything, okay? And so that's generally how you look at it. They're like, hey, what if they have this? What if they do this? What if they do this? What if they're a big guy? We gotta have to have a technique for that. We have to answer that particular question. Nothing wrong with that. The problem is some people over time have forgotten the questions and they have nothing but the answers. They have nothing but the techniques. So when they do them, they don't know why they're doing them. Okay? They have all of the answers, none of the questions. And so the what ifs turn into whys. Alright? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? This doesn't work in this thing, doesn't fit in this box, right? Why am I doing this? And they don't know, right? And the thing is that is the student's job just to do, right? The instructor, their job is the one, they should know that. They should know what works where, why it works, why it was done in the first place, so that they can then better adapt that to whoever they have in whatever situation, right? It's perfectly fine to update whatever your techniques are for what you're doing. I mean, you kind of have to. When you think about it, like, mankind went from not being able to fly to putting a man on the moon in like 65 years. So really, you don't want to be doing the same stuff that was being done like 100 years ago, because it's not going to be as applicable, right? It's going to be totally different now. You're going to have a different situation, different context, different box, right? So instead of cramming things in there and trying to make everything fit, understand why it was done in the first place, and then change it to better adapt it to the current situation and the person that you're teaching. Okay, your instructor should do that, right? Not your student. A lot of times they just kind of give the student a technique and be like, hey, you figure out how you adapt it to you. And, you know, again, not anything wrong with that until the student comes back and does their technique and the instructor's like, oh, that's not right, because, you know, it doesn't fit in their box, but it fits perfectly with the person doing it, right? And the thing is, you as the student totally deserve better than that, right? You deserve to have somebody who can take their martial art and make it you, make it fit you, instead of you having to figure out via trial and error the best thing for you, all right? And that's if you're doing a what-if martial art. If you're doing a how, you gotta, like, do it the way everyone else does it, because, hey, man, there's reasons for that, and you gotta know what those reasons are so that you can totally move forward and totally get better within that little box and within that context, okay? But again, like I said, the instructor is the one that should know all of that. They should know all of the information, because if you know everything that you can do in everything, in every situation, everything your opponent can do in every situation, winning is going to be a result. Okay, you can't accurately defend against something if you don't know what that something is. You can't say it enough. So your instructors need to know all, especially if they have a mixed martial art. They need to know everything that they have and why it was done in the first place. Okay, that way they can better adapt it to you, because changing just one little variable in the equation can totally change the outcome dramatically. Alright, just think about contractions. Alright, if you just take the word not and take it out of a sentence, you can change the entire paragraph or paper or anything just by taking out one word, right? Just a little change can make a huge difference in how things work. And so you really need to understand why it was done in the first place, and then be able to accurately give that to the person, because that's what they deserve. They deserve to know why they're doing something, okay? You know, I've run across so many people who are like, why are we doing this? Well, because reasons, because the book said so, because this guy said so, or whatever like that. Those are all insufficient answers to that question, right? They don't answer why. Why am I doing this? Okay, that should not be a question that anyone has to ask. It should be like, oh, I'm doing this because it works here, it works there, or whatever like that. They know their box, right? Once you know your box, everything is going to be a whole lot easier, okay? So, know yourself, man. Know everything about yourself. Knowing is important, okay? You gotta know everything you can do, everything they can do, alright? If you know yourself, if you know your enemy, winning is a result. It's gonna be a whole lot easier. And that's what you deserve. So when you go to a place, if you've never done martial arts before, make sure the people who are teaching you know everything about the martial art that they're teaching. So, anyways, hope you learned something, guys. And if you like this video, be sure to like it, and subscribe, share, all that jazz. You can also check out my website, tkfmma.com. That's the school's website. But I also have another website called thedragonmethod.com where I teach a whole bunch of other martial arts. Alright, everything. I got like 10 different martial arts that I've experienced, and I teach every different type of range of combat you can possibly think of in very detailed videos. I got lots of hours of content. So definitely check it out, thedragonmethod.com. Okay, thedragonmethod.com. And so, yeah, so there's that. And I've got a Facebook page, got a Twitter account, Instagram, got all kinds of stuff, man. So I'm everywhere, alright? Like I said, find me. I'm there, tkfmma, and thedragonmethod.com, alright? And I'm Sifu Mike. Hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Alright? Take it easy, guys.